Hey rollerbladers, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. So, the USD Aeons skate is very popular for a number of reasons. I think because you can still get it pretty inexpensively. It's a very light skate. In most cases, it performs very well. And so if you've been following me in my journey with my Nick Lomax, the USD Aeon 60s here, I've had a couple issues with them. One of the largest issues that I just solved recently in one of my most recent videos, card right here, was the wheel bite. So that was a big issue. But with these Looney Zooms so far, the Richie Eisler undercover wheels here, it's seeming like it's pretty much cured that. So the only thing really left, the only big gripe I have, it's really not even a big gripe, and it's no secret. It's something that if you've done any research on Aeons that you've probably found very quickly, is that whether it's out of the box or after, 2, 3, 10 sessions, the sole plates start to slide very slow. And while that's not been kind of like debilitating, it has been pretty annoying with these sole plates because they do slide pretty significantly slower than other skates that I've skated in the past. And so different people have different remedies for this. There's a number of different sole plate mods out there. Probably kind of the most obvious are the Slicks sole plates that are about 70 bucks that you can get from Nickel and Dime. And it seems like those have pretty good reviews. Well, so I bought these Nick Lomax skates for about 400 bucks. You throw some $70 sole plates on there, we're looking north of 470 bucks. After shipping and tax and everything. And there's a number of other mods out there too. Some people say, hey, just, use wax. And that's what I find. If I wax the obstacles appropriately and keep re-waxing them generously, that, they slide fine, right? Just slower than other skates. So it's a little bit annoying. One thing that I've kind of, some of you have suggested in the comments and I've been talking to some friends about is, well, there's these things called speed dimples, right? So these are the Razor's Cult, the lemon meringue, whatever, Razor's Cult. And so these are speed dimples on their sole plates. And so they're both on the positives and negatives. And the theory behind these is that it reduces the amount of friction by reducing the amount of surface area that's actually sliding on obstacles as you're sliding on a ledge or a rail. Well, you can probably see where I'm going with this. I've had discussions about putting speed dimples on the Aeon just to see what happens. And so after a quick YouTube search, I found pretty quickly that Spooky Boots did just that. He started out with putting smaller speed dimples on his Aeon sole plates, and then ended up putting larger speed dimples on them that are probably roughly the same size or pretty close to the Razors here. I think he said 5/8 of an inch. And so speed dimples are nothing new. Been around for a while. I remember I had some Solomons with Night hardware sole plates here, and I think just about everything they sold had speed dimples in them. So anyway, back to Spooky Boots. He put his speed dimples in there. He tested them, and I think he concluded that there wasn't much of a change. And me being me, I want to kind of test for myself. And I don't really question his kind of procedure there, but I just want to see if we can do it because, I've been skating these skates very consistently over the last close to 3 months, and I've been skating them at this effectively just about the same skate park, Pearsall Skate Park. I skate there more than anywhere else. I feel like I have two pretty good consistent factors going into this, so I can get a good look. And so if it doesn't work, no harm, no foul. I can just put slicks right over top or just live with it, right? So looking at the Aeon sole plate here, you'll notice, and if you have some, you're already aware, is that there's kind of these two raised kind of sole spaces here, right, that you can see. And so Spooky Boots put his speed dimples really just on these two kind of contact patches, which absolutely makes sense. But, after looking at the sole, maybe it's with just uneven surfaces, but this is only offset by maybe like 1 millimeter. So you can see that, obstacles have slid right there in between. So I'm gonna kind of mimic the Razors in a way as much as I can. I'm gonna kind of mimic these speed dimples, and I'm gonna put them here in the middle as well. And we'll see where it goes. Let's get to drilling. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and give the video a thumbs up. If you do end up liking it, it helps the YouTube algorithm get rollerblading out to more people. And so that's the goal of this channel, to get more people on rollerblades or back onto rollerblades. So with that, let's get to drilling. And actually, before we get to drilling, one thing I did want to mention was that because the Aeon is a unibody construction, design where this is all the shell, the sole plate, and the frame are all one single piece. It's all the same material. And so being able to make the skate flex pretty well, right, requires a certain kind of softness, suppleness, whatever you want to say. Well, if it's the same material that's up here, right, because these have pretty good flex, in my opinion, for these skates, right? And so they have to effectively use the same material in the sole plate here because it's all the same thing. And so if it's a softer material to enable you to flex up here at the shell, well, it's the same soft material down here at the sole plate, which really doesn't do you any favors in terms of reducing friction. So I just wanted to mention that. Overzealous on this section right here. It's a little bit thinner for obvious reasons. So I don't know if these skates are religious, but they're definitely holy now. Okay, well that didn't go exactly to plan. I was afraid we were gonna put a hole through it. So kind of finished product here. I did end up going through on this little hole. You can kind of see on my pilot, on the pilot hole there. Not sure if it's obvious right there, but that little guy. So that's unfortunate. But then yeah, I got a little overzealous with the this one right here. So that's all the way through, unfortunately. But if you're unaware, Aeons have 4 huge holes in them already in the bottom for the wheels here. So not super concerned, at least not right now. Hopefully that doesn't prove to be a big deal in the future, but we're gonna find out. I guess kind of a side-by-side comparison here. So we got the holes, we got the speed dimples in there. So anyway, we're gonna have to test them out. So unfortunately here in San Antonio, it's freezing rain right now. I think some of the highways are shut down right now. I had to get an ice axe just to get in my car earlier, but anyway, so I ended up using just, I think, a 3/32 bit for the pilot holes, just to kind of get the holes started, or the dimples started. And then I just used the big boy, the 3/8 bit for the dimples themselves. And I think it was a pretty appropriate choice, at least if you're trying to mimic kind of the Razor's Cult or the Knight sole plates. So I think the end product was pretty close, with the exception of going all the way through the shell. But anyway, so we will see how they perform. So yeah, again, unfortunately, I won't be able to test them today, but we got them in there. It should be sunny tomorrow. Cold, but sunny. So we'll head over to Pearsall Skate Park and test them out and see how they perform. I know there's probably a lot of handymen watching me and probably cringing. I'm not the handiest guy around, but yeah, if you have a better way of doing this, maybe a more effective way or more efficient way. This definitely isn't the most precise job I've ever done here, but that's okay. I think we got what we were looking for. So we'll see how they perform. Again, make sure to hit the subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, and we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully, to go test these bad boys out and see if they actually slide better or not. We'll find out tomorrow. See you there. Bye. Which one of these videos looks more interesting to you? This one or this one? Click one to support the channel and to support rollerblading, and I'll see you there.